Welcome to the Everything Podcast. I am your host, and in today's episode, we are going to be talking about the live-action Moana. So, as usual, what we'll do is give you some interesting information regarding the movie, and then we'll watch the trailer, and I'll give you my thoughts immediately after. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. So, Moana is an upcoming American musical adventure film that is a live-action adaptation of Disney's 2016 animated film Moana, and the third installment in the Moana franchise. It is being directed by Thomas Kail from a screenplay by Jared Bush and Dana Ledoux Miller, and produced by Dwayne Johnson, Hiram, and Danny Garcia Buflin, and songwriter Lin-Manuel Miranda. So as far as the cast is concerned, we have Catherine Lagaya. I think that's how you say that. She's only been in two things. One, Moana is going to be the second, and the first is The Lost Flowers of Alice Hart. I haven't actually seen that, but it looks like a series of some sort. Then we have Dwayne Johnson. Well, Catherine Lagaya is actually going to be playing Moana, just so you know. Dwayne Johnson is going to be playing Maui. And he's been in a bunch of stuff, but as usual, my suggestions as far as things to watch would be, I would say, Journey to the Mysterious Island. I quite enjoyed that. That was out in 2012. And then Get Smart, 2008. Very, very cool movie. Doom, which was, he was super jacked in that one. Shame I see he's lost a bit of weight at this point, but he's still a big guy. But he's definitely not as big as he used to be. But in Doom, he was absolutely monstrous. Besides Pain and Gain, of course, he got massive for that. But Doom, check it out. The way they introduce him, that movie is really cool. Then we have John Tui. He's going to be playing Chief Tui, and that's Moana's father. He's been in The Hobbit, Battle of Five Armies, Solo, a Star Wars Story, played Corso, and then Hobbs and Shaw, he was Cal Hobbs. He was in those. But yeah, Hobbs and Shaw was, I know it's not everyone's favorite Fast and Furious, spin-off, but I thought it was kind of fun, the back and forth between Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham. That was really fun to watch. Then we have Frankie Adams as Sina. That's Moana's mother. She was in Mortal Engines. That's something that's quite popular. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite movie. And then she was also in The Lost Flowers of Alice Hart. And then last but not least, we have Rena Owen. She's playing Grandma Tulla. That's Moana's grandmother and Tui's mother. She was in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. It was okay. Like the prequels, they were alright, not too bad. Kind of enjoyed that. Iron Man, or it says The Iron Man. I don't think it's the one with Robert Downey, obviously. She plays Dolores, but I just thought it was fun to throw in there. And then also The Last Witch Hunter, which kind of cheese, but I thought it was a fun movie with Vin Diesel, so that's definitely something I would check out just as a sort of guilty pleasure watch, if you know what I'm saying. But the premise is, prompted by a summons from the ocean, Moana departs her home island in Motunui for the first time and travels past its barrier reef, accompanied by the demigod Maui. She undertakes a voyage aimed at recovering the well-being of her community. Moana is scheduled to be released by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures in the United States, July 10th, 2026. So a mid-year thing. So that's generally when the big movies are coming out. The tentpole movies come out more or less that time. Like for 2025, it was Jurassic World, Fantastic Four, and Superman. Jurassic World winning that outing in July. Did the best out of those three. Without any further ado, let's check out the trailer for the live-action Moana.
I am a girl who loves my island, and the girl who loves the sea, it calls me.
And that was the trailer for the live action Disney Moana. So, something to note what Disney is actually good at. I mean, sometimes they butcher a movie here and there, but as far as them musically, Disney knows what's up. That is not even a maybe. A bit of a different spin on this song. As you can hear, it's one of the main ones from the Moana franchise. And I like the little spin on it, the orchestrated symphony, little sort of percussive drumming, to kind of show, the island vibe. So there's some, percussion that is obviously targeted at that demographic. So that's, I like. I love music, so that's always fun to listen to. Whoever's singing there has a really good voice. Sorry about that. Yeah, whoever's singing there has a great voice. So, yeah, it's the precipice, obviously, or like the baseline for this is, just to show a little bit of, characters, what it will look like. So, yeah, it's just like a little, I know it says trailer, but it seems like a bit of a teaser. It's very short. It's not very long. But, yeah, you see her get introduced. You see kind of like how the whole thing's playing out and how she kind of has this touch with the sea. So that's obviously the same as what the movie's about. Really cool shots of the whales and, the tribe. And I actually enjoyed the one piece with Maui. I think it's Maui. I'm pretty sure it is, where you see him turn from a beetle into himself. I thought that was done really well. Looks cool. The visuals are great. You can't deny it. Like on the ocean, with some of the boats, and then there's this like piece where you see the boats kind of look like very blue, looks like nighttime kind of boat vibes. So a lot of stuff, obviously ocean based predominantly. Maui jumping off a cliff, turning into an eagle, and then you see Moana hitting that last high note, which was amazing. I really enjoyed that. This very music centric for me, like this trailer, and then the visuals. So that's kind of how they're pushing. So this movie will probably do well. It looks pretty cool. I haven't been a fan of all the live action stuff, I must be honest. The Lion King, because I'm such a huge fan. I mean, that came out when I was 10. So I watched that movie like 70 times. So I knew it back to front. And yes, they kind of stuck to it in a way. But it was weird to watch the lions talk in real life. I think that's where it's like, it gets weird for me. Like in animation, you can stretch out a face and you can sort of emote like really well when it's purely animation. But when you see like a really live action version, to try and get that same emotion or that same where a person's surprised and their eyes go massive, it looks weird. So you can't really do that in a live action. But now obviously this is not animal-based characters, except the chicken at the end, which I actually liked. So I'm glad that they kind of made the chicken look the same as the animation, so that was fun. It's and funny, like little chicken having his little moment. I'm not sure if he was trying to sing as well. Maybe he was. But anyway, definitely intrigued. Definitely keen to see what's up. So maybe the excitement will build as it gets, we get some more trailers and it gets a bit closer to the time. I think maybe that's when the excitement will brew, because it's like so far ahead. It's like, almost 8 months away or a little bit more. yeah, so it's still a long time before this movie comes out. So maybe I'll get more excited as it comes closer to the time because it's very far away. But yeah, what did you think of the trailer? Pop that into the comments below if you enjoyed today's show as well. Please do that. And then please, as always, show us some love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. But that is it for today's episode of the Everything Podcast. And we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.